Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're in a real groove of late, winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away. And
able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This is what the defense is going to look like for Tampa Bay. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And he has reached the summit. Move over Peyton Manning. There's a new record holder at the top, partner.
And somewhere Peyton Manning is not excited about moving over, but he respects the fact that someone came and got his record. And we're here to say it. How exciting is this? Not just for us, but for all fans of football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
To throw again. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Off play action. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 1st and 10, Murray drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No gain on the play there. Second down. They tried to get the edge there. No edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And what the sideline gives you as a defender? An extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, Murray. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep, and it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Murray, and that's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
A give to Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Fights him off. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 28-10, the final. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. The Cardinals looking to improve their record to 6-1 if they can finish that one off. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
Defense.
We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is off the crossbar. Denied a chance to take the lead, but to no avail. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's Wilson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They run again with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts. But don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay?
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus. They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab of the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. All right, here we go. Green.
Throwing on first down. Murray. And a catch right side by Evans. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
In and out, come on, tempo.
They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now it's Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well in attacking the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Murray. And the pressure gets to him again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Now it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Everybody scoot up, scoot up. Heavy. Move 15.
Wilson now off the bootleg. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
This is Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run with Carson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bucs on third down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the gun, Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for... Force you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. From the gun on third down, Murray. Open man is got to it. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. To throw on second down, Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now running right through it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
And no reason for that from any wide receiver.
Oftentimes, you don't even hear the snap count, right? You just look inside, make sure the ball moves, then you take off. How he didn't do that is beyond me.
That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. Here's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Murray now. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year.